Hello, my dear learners. Welcome to a new session here at Skillfident with your mentor, Namita. Today's session is all about listening to an amazing story. Well, listening to such wonderful life changing stories will not only improve your English speaking skills, but also it will help you change your perspective. It will change the way you look at life. I would suggest that you switch on the subtitles by clicking on the CC if you wish to read it along. You can also increase or decrease the speed of the audio based on your understanding. Before I start telling the story to you, I want you all to suggest a title and type it in the comments section after listening to a story. So I'm not giving you any name. You have to suggest a name. All right, so let's start listening to this beautiful story. A group of graduates, well established in their careers, were talking at a reunion and decided to go visit their old university professor, now retired. During their visit, the conversation turned to complaints about stress in their work and lives. Offering his guests hot chocolate, the professor went into the kitchen and returned with a large pot of hot chocolate and an assortment of cups. Porcelain, glass, crystal, some plain looking, some expensive, some exquisite, telling them to help themselves to the hot chocolate. When they all had a cup of hot chocolate in hand, the professor said, "Notice that all the nice-looking, expensive cups were taken, leaving behind the plain and cheap ones. While it is normal for you to want only the best for yourselves, that is the source of your problems and stress. The cup that you're drinking from adds nothing to the quality of the hot chocolate. In most cases, it is just more expensive, and in some cases, even hides what we drink. What all of you really wanted was hot chocolate, not the cup. But you consciously went for the best cups. And then you began eyeing each other's cup. Now consider this. Life is the hot chocolate. Your job, money, and position in society are the cups. They are just tools to hold and contain life. The cup you have does not define nor change the quality of life you have. Sometimes, by concentrating only on the cup, we fail to enjoy the hot chocolate God has provided us. God makes the hot chocolate. Man chooses the cups. The happiest people don't have the best of everything. They just make the best of everything that they have. Live simply, love generously, care deeply, speak kindly, and enjoy your hot chocolate. My dear learners, you are going to realize it one day that happiness was never about your job or your degrees or being in a relationship. Happiness was never about following in the footsteps of all of those who came before you. It was never about being like the others. One day you are going to see it. That happiness was always about the discovery, the hope, the listening to your heart and following it wherever it chose to go. Happiness was always about being kinder to yourself. It was always about embracing the person you were becoming. One day you will understand that happiness was always about learning how to live with yourself. That your happiness was never in the hands of others. It was always about you. It was always about you. I hope you learn how to let go of everyone's opinion of your life. I hope you start to see from a place that lives deep within you that there is no universally correct way to live a life that is solely your own. Every human being has different goals, has different concepts of what happiness looks like, has a different vision of what it truly means to be alive. And because of that, people will judge you. The world will try to change you, but you must continue to move in your own direction. You must continue to go at your own pace, because if you allow for that to alter your path, you're going to end up living someone else's life. I hope you learn how to make your life your own. I hope you learn how to make your time here something you're proud of. I hope you learn how to let go of the comparison you hold so closely to your chest. I hope you strive to dismantle the distractions. I hope you strive to see beyond what is manicured and what is filtered in this life. You are a real human being who's living and breathing in this world, who's healing through and moving through seasons of beauty and seasons of change and seasons of evolution each and every single day. Your experience in this world will never be perfect, will never be faultless, but it will be real. It will be honest. I hope you learn how to embrace that. I hope you learn how to let go of your tendency to favor distance over depth. I hope you learn how to open to this world, how to let love pour into your life. We often protect ourselves from seeming too eager or too interested. We hold our feelings back because we don't want to seem overly emotional or tender. We silence our instincts. We bankrupt our souls. And at the end of the day, we feel alone. I hope you learn how to let go of your fear. I hope you learn how to remind yourself that there is nothing wrong with vulnerability, with being human, with unhinging your ribcage and sharing your heart with this world. There is beauty to be found in being the person who cares. So care. You know what? You're growing even when you're not thinking about it. You're still becoming who you were meant to be. And this is also true. What if you don't always have to worry about becoming more of who you are? What if who you are right now is more than enough? And it's just a matter of slowing down and realizing your worth. Learning to be still long enough to notice the grace that has always been there. Forward movement is a beautiful thing. Many of us are desperate for a beautiful future, and there is nothing wrong with that. This is also true. There is nothing wrong with slowness. All around you is nature. A billion different things move at a slow pace, just as they are supposed to. No flower is rushing to be somewhere else. No wave is pushing its way to the shore before its time. Even when the rain pours down quickly, it took time for that level of force to build up. Wherever you are right now, it's enough. Whatever growth looks like right here is good, and it matters. I hope your heart continues to crave change, healing, and transformation. And I also hope you remember the soil beneath your feet, the sun shining above you, the wind blowing around you. This is change too. This is meaningful too. You don't have to be a better version of yourself before you grow. Right here, you're enough. Try to understand that even in a crowded mind, there is still room to experience peace. So take delight in the little things that mean something to you. You do not have to have every small detail of your life sorted out to appreciate the small and seemingly insignificant. For even if you knew you were going to have all of the answers you were looking for a year from now, you would inevitably still have doubts and things you had to figure out. There will always be unknowns and questions that you will struggle with. So, perhaps more than trying to fix it, you can learn to find peace in the middle of them. Learn to see that in the trenches, grace shows up and reminds you things will inevitably change and you will grow all the same. You're more than your worry, you're more than your doubt. Your story will still unfold no matter what you have not figured out. Life is so short. We spend so much time sweating the small stuff. Worrying, complaining, gossiping, comparing, wishing, wanting, and waiting for something bigger and better, instead of focusing on all the simple blessings that surround us every day. Life is so fragile, and all it takes is a single moment to change everything you take for granted. Focus on what's important to be grateful. You are blessed. Believe it. Live your life and have no regrets. I hope you liked the story and the learnings that you are going to take away today. Don't forget to give me a beautiful and the most suitable title according to you and type it in the comments. I'll see you in the next audio lesson. Till then, keep practicing your English and keep listening to some really nice and soothing stuff. Take care. Bye-bye for now.